Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at some of the best value gaming PCs that you guys can get for your next stimulus check. So as of the time I'm making this video, stimulus checks are going to be coming around January 4th is when the next round's supposed to come in. Those are going to be around $600. And from the last time people got their stimulus checks, we've kind of noticed that everybody's going out and buying gaming PCs. So I wanted to direct a lot of you guys out here who might be looking to get something that's really good value for that money, kind of show you guys what you guys should get for your gaming PC. Now, before we get into all of this, none of this stuff is sponsored. Everything here is from me sitting down and doing my research on which computers are better. I've been sitting here comparing spec by spec and prices and trying to make sure that each thing that I recommend you guys is a good deal. And because of that, I just want to ask you guys, hit that subscribe button. Again, I don't make any money from recommending these guys, and it would really help me out. And if you guys do want to hit that like button, leave a comment, that will help this video get recommended to other people that are in the same situation as you, and help them hopefully figure out what they should buy with their next stimulus check. Alright, so before we get into anything else mainstream, that's what I kind of chose this video for, is that basically anybody should be able to buy stuff from these sites. So it doesn't really matter where you are in the United States, as long as you are in here, they should be able to deliver and be purchased from you. But before we get into that, I want you guys to do something real quick. Go into your browser and search up Microcenter. It's labeled right here. It's exactly how it sounds. And this is one of the best companies that I've ever bought stuff from. I buy all of my stuff from here, and they offer some absolutely amazing prices. This is actually an in-house store, so you actually have to go there and buy stuff, but the amount of value that you get is way better than anything else I'm going to talk about today. It's just because they are an in-house brand, and there's not a whole lot of them around here. So if you can find one within an hour or two from your current location, I would definitely consider making the trip to see if you can get one of their pre-built PCs. The lowest end ones that they have for gaming are around $800, which I definitely think are a major steal, considering some of the components that these things have in them. For $800, you're just getting an absolute baller system for the price. And there's other companies that don't even come close to offering what these guys do. They have amazing customer support. You can actually test everything out in store. And so I'm just going to recommend these guys to you if you guys have one near you. Alright, now that's out of the way, let's get to our first PC. So since $600 is going to be what everybody's going to get, this is going to be our first ever $600 PC that we're going to recommend, right? So this is the Vrla Tech Rogue, and you guys should be able to find this PC. I'm going to link every single thing that I'm talking about in the description. So this is the Rogue, and it's got a Ryzen 3 3200G, a pretty decent CPU with an AMD Radeon RX 570. If you guys are longtime watchers of the channel, you guys know why I recommend this PC. It's a great 1080p gaming machine. Now, if we go down to the specs, if you choose the AMD version of this system, which is the one that I would recommend, you're going to get an MSI A320 board with a 1TB hard drive, a 500W 80 plus PSU. You get Windows 10 Home, you get 16 gigs of DDR4, and then a Radeon RX 570 for your graphics card. Now, the only downside of the system is that for the boot drive, you do have a 1TB hard drive instead of having an SSD, so it's going to be a little bit slower than some of the other systems that we're going to talk about, but again, that's kind of what you're getting for that price point. If you do want to spend a little bit extra money, you can choose to include a SSD, which is going to cost you around $30 for the lowest end one. And that's something that I would highly recommend to anybody who's looking to buy the system. As well, if you guys want all the case fans and all that other kind of stuff, that is added on. So if you guys are looking to get that nice RGB stuff, that is definitely going to be an added cost for you, along with Wi-Fi, and if you want a mouse and a keyboard. So the next one, I was so surprised when I saw this thing on Amazon, and again, this link will be in the description. This is hands down one of the best value gaming PCs I have ever seen on Amazon. Alright, so for those of you who don't know a whole lot about computers, this processor is an extremely good processor for anybody who wants to game and content create. This thing goes around $200 right now, and this is a $700 PC. You've got an AMD Radeon RX 5500 XT. It's actually a fairly new graphics card. Again, gonna be able to play whatever game you want to play at 1080p. It's gonna actually be pretty good at turning out those high FPS. Like if you're playing anything like CSGO, Fortnite, you're gonna be getting 120 120 FPS plus easy. Now, where the downside is with the system is you don't have a whole lot of RAM. So this is only 8 gigs, and this is something that I would really recommend upgrading, as well as the storage. You're not going to be able to do this on the site, you're going to have to do it yourself. But luckily, upgrading storage and upgrading RAM are the two easiest things to do on any PC. So if you do start to notice this thing is a little bit slow down the line, or you want to store more games on it, all you have to do, just buy another hard drive, or if you want to upgrade the RAM, just buy another RAM stick. There's a lot of tutorials online on how to do that, and all you have to do is just slot it into this little slot that's right next to it. It's kind of hard to see. I'm hovering over with my cursor, and there's a little zoomed in part that you guys can see over to the right. And this system just looks great. It comes with a keyboard, comes with a mouse. I'm sure the fans are fine, and I'm sure the CPU is being cooled sufficiently. Now, the motherboard isn't fantastic, but it does come with Wi-Fi, comes with all of that fun stuff. So honestly, if you can get this PC by the time this video comes out, I would definitely go for it. So this next PC is off Best Buy. This is only $30 more, so it's not that big of a jump, but it's definitely a good gaming PC. Now, this one's actually a good bit better than this last one that we talked about here. This is $700, but if you have the ability to get this system, while it is, a good bit underneath of what it should cost, it's definitely something that I would go for. So this processor is relatively the same that is on here in terms of performance. It's an Intel compared to this Ryzen one, and the Intel ones from this generation perform similarly to what these Ryzen ones could perform at. We have the same amount of memory, but the graphics card is a good bit better on this system. As well, we have a much better storage configuration. So if you can find this system compared to this system, right, if you can have both of these in stock, and these are at the prices that I'm talking to you about, right, so this one's $700 and this one's $730, and you can get both of these, I would definitely go for this system and spend the extra $30. This is definitely the way to go when it comes to spending your money on it. Now, I know you guys are like, oh, this is a crazy price jump, but for someone who's looking to spend a little bit more, right, maybe you're going to get the $600 and you're going to put that onto your fund that you've been looking to spend for a gaming PC. Now, this is the next one that I'd recommend. Now, it's not as good a value as these last two ones that we just talked about, but it is still a great gaming PC nonetheless. So this is an IBUYPOWER. So this is again from Best Buy, and this is the IBUYPOWER Trace MR gaming desktop. It's got an Intel Core i7-10700F. An amazing CPU for anybody who's looking to video edit, stream, do anything like that. Then we've got 16 gigs of RAM. Again, what you would want for anybody who's going to be able to play a lot of games, who might be streaming, who might be video editing, and all that fun stuff. As well, for our graphics card, we have an Nvidia GeForce GTX 1660 Ti, a good bit better than what is on this system. And then we just have an overall better storage configuration. You have a 500 gigabyte SSD compared to only this 250 gigabyte SSD. But these things do have a 1 terabyte hard drive to store other stuff. So yeah, this PC is a great value machine for anybody who is going to be able to snag it. And then for our very last one, we're going to be talking about above the $1,000 price range. I really recommend this company called Build Redux. Now, I know that the shipping times of these guys are extremely slow right now, and it's going to be like that with all these other companies I talked about, maybe less with Amazon and Best Buy. But these guys are definitely a company that I would consider when you're talking about buying a gaming PC above $1,000. Now, in terms of performance, we have technically a worse CPU than what was in this last one, but if you're just looking for straight gaming performance, this machine is going to be amazing. We have actually a really nice MSI Pro motherboard, which is going to offer you some great upgradability in terms of your CPU. You've got 16 gigs of memory. You have the CPU water cooled, which is going to keep it very nice and under those, those high temperatures. And if you are going to upgrade it later down the line to maybe a K variant of CPUs, you're definitely going to be able to overclock it pretty well. You're also going to get that really nice case. You're going to get nice RGB fans, and you're going to get one of the new Nvidia GeForce 30 series cards. The RTX 3060 Ti is honestly one of the best value gaming graphics cards there is on the market. It's going to be able to play all of your games at extremely high frame rates, especially if we're talking about anything competitive. You're going to be hitting 400 FPS in CSGO if you have, this system. It's absolutely insane. And then everything else is just great quality. The reason why I recommend these guys a lot is that if you don't want to have Windows 10 Home installed and you just want to do it yourself and you know how to do that, you can actually take that off and make this an $1,100 PC. So it's a lot lot better value. But yeah, so those are the PCs that I would highly recommend to anyone who is looking to get a brand new gaming PC with their stimulus check. And if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, again, so other people can find this video and see all these recommendations and all other stuff. And if you guys have any other things that you might suggest, leave them down in the comment section below. I'm sure other people would like to see other things that I might not have seen. Again, these things might change in price. These things might go out of availability. So people would like alternatives. Definitely, if you guys have certain recommendations, I would go down in the comment section below and try to help out your fellow viewers. Again, I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Again, hit that subscribe button if you guys want to. It really helps me out, and just have a good day. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.